Okay, let me see if we are in the browser. Just a minute. Yeah, we are 5 minutes. So let's start. Hello, YouTube. We are here for a more English immersion. Actually, this meeting is hosted for Leandro, but he's on a work activity, so I'm replacing him today. And we will talk about time management, and we will start with the presentations. Okay, I will start. My name is Warley. I'm 24 years old. I live in Recife, Pernambuco. I work as a front-end developer. I work with IT, and I'm also a Spanish and English host here on Talk and Talk. And nowadays, I'm focus a lot on improve my English and develop my English skills. And that's it. Bruna, can you introduce yourself, please?
Hello everyone, I'm Bruna, I'm 28 and I'm from Brasilia. As I said before, I'm here in Talk Talk for about 8 months and I'm also a writer for Talking Talks blog since last November. I'm starting to be a front-end developer. I'm on college right now. And what else? I love photography. I love watching movies, TV shows, listening to music, reading. I love animals. I have 2 cats and 1 dog. But yeah, nice to meet you guys.
Very great. Front end it's hard sometimes, but it's pretty great. I recommend. Uh, and how about you, Larissa? Can you present yourself, please?
Sure. Hello, guys. I'm Larissa. I'm 34 years old. I live in Curitiba, but I'm not from here. I'm natural from Fortaleza, Ceará. Um, I have background in psychology, business, and also HR, human resources. Actually, right now I'm working as a volunteer, as a technical recruiter. Um, and I'm looking for a job, especially a foreign job, a global job. I'm doing some interviews right now. Um, in a company game from London. I'm from games industry, so I'm here to improve my English, to learn with all you guys because there is always something new to learn, and I guess that's it.
Very great. Here at Talk and Talk, there is a lot of a lot of people from IT. I guess I see a lot, and I think the most people focus a lot on English, for example, for to get a global or international job. It's pretty amazing that. And how about you, Rogério? Can you introduce yourself, please?
Yes, good evening, guys. I'm Rogério. I'm 49 years old. I'm from São Paulo, but I live in Rio de Janeiro with my wife, my stepdaughter, my little dog. I work as accountant in an oil and gas company. I'm here in Talk to improve my English, to get more confident, to uh, to get a fluency, you know. In my free time, I like to practice exercise, to run, to read a book, to read a book and play my guitar. Yes, play my guitar. It's I love, and I think that's it. That's all.
Very great. So let's start with the question number one. Okay. Have you ever felt like there just aren't enough hours in the day? And in general, how was that for you, Larissa?
At least for me, every single day I have this feeling because I have so much to do. I mean, so much that I want to do, but I don't have enough time. Uh, yeah, it's kind of frustrating because I don't know, maybe if I have a twin, something like that, maybe I would accomplish all the things that I want to do daily.
Very great. And how about you, Bruno?
Yeah, I completely agree because I wish we had more time so we could do our responsibilities and still have time to enjoy things, enjoy life in general. But most of the time you have to choose between one and another. So yeah, I really wish we had more time. And what about you, Rogério?
Yes, I agree with you guys. It's happy when I have a lot of tasks to do, you know. I try to plan these tasks. My wife asked me all day, you need to paint our house, you need to repair some, solve some problems, you need to do some maintenance. Oh my God, the time is flying very fast, and the end of the day, oh, I sometimes I don't do nothing from this day, you know. So I try to plan, to organize, to do everything, but the time is flying very fast. Sometimes we can't do all I planned it.
But let me ask you a question about this. Do you think that hours in the day is the most important point or the reason about that? Or it's related to another point like, I don't know, the plan of the activities, about the specific activities or something else? What do you think? What do you think, Jeff?
In my case, I try to make a plan at the day before, you know, to organize it and to try to do all I planned. So sometimes I don't get because the timing or many problems from one day, many other situations I can solve it ever I can solve all of them, you know.
Yeah, and what do you think, Bruno?
I confess that if I plan my days better, I would be more productive and enjoy more time of the day. So it can be a bit of both. It would be nice to have more hours in the day, but without planning, it's even worse. So we need to to plan our day, our week, and so we can be more productive because without it, we get lost and don't do everything that we need to do on the day.
But do you usually use an agenda or something like that or a planner?
I started recently, but before I just didn't, so I was really lost on what I should do on my days, but I'm trying now.
Really? And how about you, Alice?
In my case, I already have everything scheduled on my agenda, but sometimes I have to choose between one activity and other because, at least for me, I have my week planned, all week planned already, and sometimes I have something that appears that is more urgent than other activity, and I have to choose, and then I have to prioritize everything again because yeah, it's kind of sometimes it's kind of some of lucky maybe because sometimes people, since I'm a recruiter, sometimes people will cancel the interview or something like that, and I have some free time, but sometimes they doesn't. So yeah, my agenda also depends on other people's agendas, so it's kind of tricky.
Yeah, this point is pretty hard because when your agenda depends on a lot of people or from the others, it's more complicated to organize yourself and stuff like that. Because I don't know, someone can cancel the meeting or do that. It's complicated to reschedule and organize all the things, right? But how do you do that when it happens?
I have some gaps on my agenda, like a free time that I can reuse that or for something that may happen. But yeah, I'm a adaptable person, so I have to adapt everything every single day, 24 hours, 7 days of the week. It's just like that.
Yeah, I really feel this point of to have a time for time free, for example, or I don't know, a time to rest in general is important because for me is the main point is not about the hours of the day, I guess. Well, I think it would be nice if we have a more time in the day, but I think for me, mainly it's related to the organization that I have. I try to have a organized agenda. I try to uh, uh, I try to organize all the things that I have, and I try to be an organized person. So it's complicated to me organize all the tasks and all the appointments that I have. And before I wasn't, but a time to rest, for example, or a time free for activities that I like. So all the appointments and all the tasks that I had were it was too close from one to other. So it's pretty complicated to manage this kind of agenda. This kind of agenda. So for me, it's the main point. It's really related to organize my day and organize the time that I need to rest and something like that. So yeah, but it's pretty complicated. Mainly when your agenda depends on the others and the other people cancel the appointments and all this kind of things. So yeah, it's pretty complicated. But okay, let's go to the question number two. What are some of the biggest time wasters in your daily life? What do you think, Roger?
I was reading, thinking about this question, what I will answer. Let me see. I think when we procrastinate some important matter, or when you sleeping until 10 p.m., 11 p.m., I think it's still waste time. Uh, I think if you have an opportunity to wake up early, to organize your tasks and try to do your day productive, I think it's good. It's good. Uh, the biggest waste time in your daily life. Yes, when I need to go to the office, I spend an hour and a half to go to there. I need to take a bus and a subway. Subway have a lot of people, so I try to study English, listen something, nothing more about. I try. I get to do. I try to forget this word, aproveitar. I think assim, enjoy. I try to enjoy this I try to enjoy this period doing something, some important thing, you know. I think that's it.
Yeah, go to the office complicated, right? The traffic it's pretty complicated. Where do you live? I'm sorry.
I live in Rio de Janeiro.
Yeah,
I
the
spend
traffic is
1 hour and a
complicated.
half to go in, plus 1 hour and a half to return, you know.
Yeah,
3 hours.
I don't know about all the capitals, but I know that it's complicated on Rio and São Paulo and here on Recife. It's pretty complicated the traffic. So I work from home, but it's pretty complicated when I have to go to some place and all the day it's complicated. We have the idea of horário de pico, for example, but uh, almost the all the hours in the day it's complicated. And there's a lot of vehicles, a lot of buzz, a lot of people. It's complicated. It's really complicated to go to some place here. It's hard. What about you? What do you think?
Me? I didn't hear.
Yeah.
Okay. I think my biggest time waster is my cell phone because I get distracted so easily. Sometimes I just pick my phone to look at the time, and when I see, I'm already 20 minutes on Instagram, and I'm like, when did I get here? Like, what? How? So, yeah, and I try to turn my notifications off, but even like this, I'm like, oh, no, no. I, all the time I'm picking my phone, so I really need to stop doing that, but I get distracted so easily. But yeah, I think it's the biggest, and also I procrastinate a lot, especially since I have anxiety. So a lot of things that doesn't make me feel so good, I tend to procrastinate. So yeah, those things are horrible. But yeah.
Uh, I I I really understand you because it happens with me a lot. Using social media and my cell phone in this kind of distractions because actually in sometimes I'm here studying something and watching a video or something like that, and I see the window it's next to me, and I I think about the weather and something like that, and I'm really distracted because of that. I will search for Recife weather, for example, and I don't know how it's happened, but it's really complicated. This kind of distraction and focus on the study. Uh, it's a problem. It not help. It not happens all the time, but it's a little funny, I guess, when it happens. It's complicated to get focus on a video, on an article, or a dance thing that I need to study. So yeah, I really feel you. When it turns complicated to focus, I will go directly for social media and my cell phone and something like that. It's complicated. It's really difficult. How about you, Larissa? What do you think about it?
I totally agree with all you guys. Going to the office, at least for me, my last job was very difficult. At least here in Curitiba, we have on bus transportation. So everything, at least from where I live, the place is my home. It is everything is so far. So I had lost like 1.5 hour to go there, and more 1.5 hour to go back. Uh, if there is no traffic or nothing to nothing happens in between. But yeah, it is the worst. Um, but right now I'm also looking for a remote job, especially because of that, because it is, at least for me, it's a waste of time. Distractions, it is a common uh, distractions on social medias and things like that is uh, I totally agree, because I do that sometimes, but I try to focus on my activities. At least for me, when I'm doing some activity, I don't even listen some music because it will get me distracted. So yeah, I totally focus on what am I doing, because I have to do it fast and trying to be productive. But the mainly distraction, not distraction, but time wasters. Not that is time wasters, but that drain my times. It is talking to people. Since I talk to so many people, sometimes my hours just go by, and I haven't done anything, just answering everyone. And yeah, I guess that's all.
Yeah. You said a thing that I was thinking here. I don't know how people can focus on study and reading and watching a video, for example. I don't know if you, watching a video, but reading and study in general while they are listening to music. I really don't know that because I can't do that. It's pretty hard for
I
me
do
to.
this.
No, I
I
really
can't. I
I
just
don't
can't.
understand. I really don't understand. It's pretty hard for me to focus on the study when I'm listening a music. I don't know. Maybe with a music that I don't know, or a classic music or something like that. But if I put a music that I like, I will certainly sing the music when I was listening. So yeah, I can't. I definitely can't. Uh, but Larissa, do you said actually you said about the remote work and to go on traffic, and it's in Curitiba it's also complicated. I think it's a national problem. But what do you think about hybrid work, for example? What
I
do you
think
think
it
about that?
I think it depends on the company, because some companies, they say they are a hybrid, but they're really not. They're really not. Uh, but I think that depends on the tasks, because at least for me, since I'm a recruiter, I can totally do all my activities from home, from my home. And at least for me, there is no um, important reason to go to the office. But yeah, some jobs, some roles, you can't do from home. You can do remote. Some activities you have to do face to face. And yeah, but I think it's like a midterm. I'm not sure if this word is correct, but it is really the between to to yeah, yeah, it is the between, a leave between, to make peace with everyone, something like that.
Yeah, there is a lot of companies that do that, and the famous hybrid that you work 1 day from home and 4 day from on the office. So I don't know if it's a hybrid. It's funny to say that's the hybrid, but yeah. Let's go to the question number 3, right? Imagine you have that's a good one. Imagine you have a big project due next week. How do you how do you typically manage your time to get it done? What do you think, Bruno?
I usually try to break it down into smaller tasks and set a deadline for each of them. And I like to use a Trello or Notion to plan my projects. So yeah, baby steps. Just do one thing at a time until everything is complete, and try to follow the plan that I made, because it won't work if I just do everything by myself and don't follow the plan. So yeah, I try to set small goals so I can complete the project.
Uh, is it easy for you to break, I guess, a task on smaller tasks?
No, especially since I just started to do this last year, I think, because before I didn't plan my projects at all. So I'm still learning, still adapting to do it. It's easier than it was before, but it still take time. I spend a lot of time planning. I can't do a plan fast. I spend a lot of time, because if I don't, I'll just get lost. So yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree with you because it happens with me a lot. I do a lot of plan on the tasks, and it's hard for me to break these tasks on smaller ones. But I don't know. Sometimes I get I stay a lot. I stay focused a lot on the plan before I start to implement and to do something. And I don't know if it's correct or if it's the best way, but yeah, I think it's a balance, but it's difficult to find this balance or to plan and to execute, I guess. And it's difficult to do this plan to get a huge or a big task when there's a lot of things, a lot of points that you don't know, and break that in smaller tasks. So yeah, I really feel you. Uh, and how about you, Rogério? What do you think about it?
I totally agree with you. I'd like to add, I try to think in my mind how are you how are you manage this task, this big project. So if after that, I will do as Bruna said, and uh, making some steps to solve this big project. It's important managing, how you do, what I need to do, and how much time I will spend to conclude this big project. If I see that I will need a hand for help me, I will ask someone. If this project, for example, it's in my work, or if I doing this project in my house, I will ask it for help and trying to do the best, you know.
Yeah, do you think it's easy for you? It's easy to define, to set how long the task will do will will be doing something like that.
If I know uh, how I if this task, I mean, uh, is like about I'm always doing our during my days. If it's I mean it's not a new uh, task that I never see how I trying to do. It is not easy for me. So I think it depends of if I know what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, I think for me it's the same because in programming, it's pretty difficult to define how long I will focus on a task and how long it will do it. Because sometimes we don't have all the idea about the task and all the idea about this field, I guess. So it's pretty complicated to say that. I think it's a main problem with programming in general, and I don't know, project management and these kind of things. It's pretty complicated. Uh, and how about you, Larissa? What do you think?
I agree with all you guys. At least for me, I have everything planned for the next week, as I said before. So if I have a big project, then I try also to break into small tasks, and of course also with some gaps, because sometimes you can't finish time on time, and you have to prioritize everything again. And if I may, I will also ask for help, because two people or more people think better to finish something than just one person. And yeah, I think that's all. That's all I have to say.
Pretty great. So let's go to the question number 5. Okay. How can someone politely say no to extra commitments when their schedule is already full? That's a really good one. What do you think, Larissa?
That's so difficult. That's so
Yeah,
damn difficult. I try to say to be nice, because of course not I can't handle for everything every single day. I try to adapt. If I may, if I can help for something, I will try to help. But yeah, I will be honest with the person and say, "Oh, I have this and this. I can't do this right now, but I can do that." And at least for me, that's what I try to say and to do.
pretty great. And how about you, Roger?
I agree with you, Larissa. Uh, I lead 5 guys, so we have as we working as accountants, we have a closing in the beginning of the month, so we have a lot of things to do. So we I receive the tasks and I distribute. I don't know if this role is correct for them to help me. So I know if someone are uh, have a lot of tasks to do, and I send the information, I send the task. Oh no, we need to do after you finish this. Please do the another. So I know how many time they spend to complete these tasks. I think my boss do the same thing with me. Send the information, send the analysis I need to do. So I need to find the time to do. I don't have uh, uh, opportunity to say no. I don't do it. I don't have because it's my responsibility. I need to solve them. That's it.
Yeah, you don't have option to say no.
Excuses, no
Yeah,
excuses.
Yeah, yeah. And how about you, Bruno?
Saying about this in not in a work environment experience, but in general, I would thank the person for thinking about me, but I would explain that my schedule is already full and suggesting an alternative time if possible to do what they ask me to do. I don't know, but thinking about this, like people asking me to go out and things like that. But like in work, like Rogério said, we don't really have that much of a choice. But life in general, I would do like this.
Yeah, I think when you can, or when you have the option to say no, it's important to be honest and say what what is happening. But yeah, sometimes you don't have the option, so it's complicated. It's really complicated. But okay, I think we have more time to a question with two of us. So let's go to the question number 6. In your opinion, is multitasking a good way to save time? Why or why not? What do you think, Bruno?
I think it's not because, for example, me when I have to multitask, I don't do as good as I was I was supposed to do if I was just focusing on one thing. I will do everything, but with less quality than if I were focusing on a specific task. So I don't think multitasking is a good way for me because yeah, I don't think so.
Maybe you have the sense of that you are doing a lot of things, but maybe it's counterproductive, and you have problem with the specific task. So yeah, I'm with
Yeah.
you. And how about you, Larissa?
Yeah, I don't think that is also a good idea because at least I can't do multitasking. I have to focus on what I'm doing. As I said, I can't even listen to music while I'm doing something because I just can't focus. So, yeah, uh, of course, if I try to, I will do it, but it is a lot of worse than I'm just doing one thing at a time because the quality will totally get low. And yeah, I'm kind of perfectionist person, so I don't like doing things poorly. So yeah, I don't think that is a good idea.
Yeah, for me, it's the same. It's even complicated to focus on study or do something, listen music. So I can't to I can do a lot of tasks and I don't know, two tasks at the same time. It's really complicated for me. And what about you, Roger?
I think it's possible to do a little things. For example, just when I'm running, I get into listen music. When I am let me see, making some calculation in spreadsheets, I can I get listen I can listen music or doing another uh, um, doing another spreadsheet, other calculation, another spreadsheet. I can manage some things, just a little thing, not big or more complicated. I think it's possible just if it's so easy, not so big.
Yeah, for sure. I got you. I think when you have automatic task or a repetitive right task, I guess, it can be easy to do another task maybe. But yeah, I think it depends on the task and the person, I guess. But okay, I think we have time to add another question. I think it would be the question number seven. It's a simple one, I guess. What are some ways technology can help us manage our time better? Or I don't know. How do you do that, for example? What do you think, Roger?
How to manage our time better. I think in my case, for example, I need to write some emails in English. I spend a little time to write them in English, and after that, see if I commit some mistakes. My boss, oh, you are in another days told me, no, you are committed some wrongs. You need to review your email. So I put in ChatGPT. Was easy. I write in English, so after that, just help me to just measure some words. I think it was good. Because I think that's this example is good.
Really great. ChatGPT is awesome. I use that a lot, a lot. And how about you, Bruno?
I think it can help through tools like calendars, planners, productive apps. Like I downloaded an app to use the Pomodoro technique to manage time. So it helps a lot. There are a lot of apps that can help, like Trello, Notion as well. A lot of applications we can use to help manage our time and plan things better.
Yeah, I use a lot Google Agenda, for example, Notion, in these kind of apps, and it helped me a lot. I need to start to use a app for Pomodoro, for example. I think it will be help me a lot. But yeah, there is a lot of interesting apps. And how about you, Larissa?
Um, yes, I use Notion, Google Agenda, AI. They are my best friends. I use they every single day, every single time. So yeah, they help me a lot. And yeah, I think that we can use these tools to improve our time management, and they are there, so why not using? So yeah, we can use it to our best work environment and get to our best productivity.
Very great, very great. So I would like to send you here on the chat the link of the survey. That there you can say what you think about the immersion. See recommendations for topics, for example. And I would like to say thank you for coming for the immersion. I think next week, Leandro will come. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the conversation, and thank you. I see you on the next time. Thank you, Bruna, Rogério, Larissa. Bye
Thank
bye.
See
you.
you.
Bye
Bye bye.
bye.
Thank
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 you.
you guys for this conversation.